Hello, everybody. Welcome to The Talk, Rundown Media's first ever Drag Race recap podcast. I am your host, Wellington Gomez, and I also have other hosts with me today. First and foremost, the queen herself, Ray.
Hello, everyone. Be sure to find me on Instagram and Twitter at Forever Raymond, and that's with one R. So excited.
Period. We have the shadiest of them all, the bone collector, Eli.
Hello, everybody. Hello. You can find me on Instagram at QELIQE.
Period. And we have the draggiest of them all, my sis, Edward.
Hey, what it do? You can find me on Instagram, Edward_ENT.
Period. So The Talk is a podcast that was born because we are lovers of RuPaul's Drag Race, are we not?
That's damn right. I
That's
love
why we're
it.
here.
Obsessed.
So we wanted to just, watch the show and come back on here and discuss, recap everything, and give everybody like our thoughts on the show as it airs. So, the season premiere of RuPaul's Drag Race took place last Friday, and a lot of things went down. So let's just get right into it. The entrance looks, honey, because it was just,
Let's go.
I don't
Let's
know.
get it.
I don't know how I feel about the entrance looks, okay? So we're gonna start with Alyssa Hunter. Thoughts, because for me, it was not giving. It was not giving entrance look.
It was giving like she was lost in the safari. Like part of it looks like she's like a deer hunter, but then she has like an arrow, so it's giving me Avatar. But
It
then
gave me Shakira.
Okay.
do not
Okay,
disrespect the
Shakira.
queen like that.
No, you didn't think so?
No, I think it's giving me lost. I look at the sleeves, like the pattern is very much farmhouse, and then
But lost in the wilderness. You feel me?
I didn't get that. It's looking like she was on a picnic. Then she saw a deer. She took the picnic blanket, wrapped it on herself, killed the deer, and was like, "What a world! Let me get this wig together."
I don't know if that's what I wanna like. Everything you just explained, I don't know if that's what I want to see on an entrance look. Like, I felt like it was
Agreed.
just too much going on. Like,
Too much to deconstruct, especially when you're coming into the workroom and setting the tone for yourself. I think this just wasn't it. And then the belt for me too, I don't like
Not the leather belt. I feel
I
like
will
this
say, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I feel like this look really foreshadows what we are like get to see further with Alyssa Hunter. Like even from looking a little further into this episode, like it's just all over the place. She tries and it just never hits, and she thought she had something with this, but it just didn't give for me or a clue for any of us.
I actually think that that's the gag. I think a lot of the other queens will get there eventually, but I think she's still figuring out her drag. Because this doesn't tell me who she is. I will agree with that. It wasn't an
And I
entrance
think
look.
the biggest thing that RuPaul always says every season is the edit. You need to edit. You need to be able to look at yourself and figure out what is necessary, what's not. And I think if she would have taken that extra 5 minutes to look at herself in the mirror and really just conceptually
but there's a lot
look
to
at
edit
it.
there.
It's too much. Yeah, I don't know. I do love
Sometimes
the
less
wig
is
though.
more.
I think she's definitely serving face and the wig is gorgeous. I love that, but I just don't see the connection with the look into
Yeah,
it.
well,
It's
it
too
was
many
a-
different vibes.
It was
There's a lot of patterns.
We're gonna move on from Alyssa.
It was a mess.
By the way, she's 26 years old, just FYI. Now we have
Yes.
Bosco, 28-year-old Bosco. I was living for this. Like, this is how you like enter a room. I love the horns. It was giving like this is my original thing, the horns, even though I didn't like that we saw it later on, but I did like the horns. The polka dot, like not everybody can pull a polka dot.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
very giving. What do you guys think?
Yes. I love the silhouette. I love that her waist is like nice and cinched and it's just like nice and tight right there on the waist. I just like the colors too. I feel like even though she had black and white, the way that she made it all look, and then her lips pop with the red. I like it. I just
Yes.
hope that I feel like there's always those queens that have a certain shtick that they stick to. So I get it. Your thing may be horns, but let's not play it out.
Yeah, I could go real quick down the Tina Burner road where the color scheme would just got tired with the
Yeah,
horns.
I
I think that the entrance look after it grew on me. I thought it was cute, But when she first stepped out, I don't know, I wanted more. It was just very simple. It was like, okay, if she was to wear this and I'm going to a bar to see a drag show, then cute, you're giving, you're eating. But it's
Okay.
gonna like leave me like speechless,
Okay.
you know?
Okay, I can
Isn't
see
it?
where you're getting with that. Okay, I don't know. I felt like I was gagged. I think she was serving me fashion. She was giving me a look, and I was so
But
here
did
for
it?
it. And then the way that she delivered it, I think too. I think she sold me with the way that she delivered it, like the way that she
Absolutely.
entered. I was gagging. I was gagging.
What do you think, Eli?
I feel like in this case, less is more. So even though, like, yeah, there's not really a lot going on with the dress itself. Like Raymond mentioned earlier, the silhouette looks great, and if you really pay attention to detail, look at the hair. Like, she has a short pixie cut. Look at the eyebrows. Like, they're really arched. So I feel like everything is very well put together. So I like it. I think it was one of my favorites, if anything.
Yeah,
They were
for sure. And I also
experienced.
like her transition from like being out of drag to being in drag is like, wow, what a drastic switch up. And she knows how to
Right.
paint her face.
Oh my God, yes. It's such a
Wait,
transition.
I think one of the biggest like transitions,
Right.
and I don't want to shade any of our queens, so we were just gonna leave it at that.
Well, let's.
I mean,
This is
I
a
was-
family friendly.
I was
Okay,
gonna
but-
Safe
go
space.
down the list real quick, but I'm actually gonna leave that person that's next as last, and let's go to Kerri Colby. What do you think about Miss Kerri Colby?
Kerri.
She is giving
Okay.
us. She's giving us goddess. She's giving us trans colors. She's giving us lace. She's giving
Woman.
us frontal. She's giving us woman. Period.
Mhm.
Thoughts.
Oh my gosh. I think it's very cute. I do like the statement that she was giving with this. I think she looks good in it. But I think, I don't know, I wouldn't rate it the best out of the bunch, but I would definitely give her a high placing in regards to entrance look. So she looks gorgeous. I think she can paint a mug. That mug on her is gorgeous. No one is clocking that. Gorgeous.
That's true.
But I don't know. I just feel like I'm missing something. I don't know if I like the heels with the look. I don't know if I wish that the dress was just as long as the purple and blue that she has going on the side to kind
Yeah.
of give it that dramatic gown look. You know, I feel like there's two different vibes that she pieced together. Looks cute, but I think she could have definitely elevated it by just making it like a gown, you know, and
Yeah.
allowing it to give us the drama that is demanding.
Right.
I think the details to like the color, like having the trans flag, having her hair with the pink and the blue, I think those were good touches on it. I agree. I think the gown could have been a little more, but I will say that it says who she is. You know, you get the message. It's cute. It's who I am. You know, it's like living her trans like truth, and I think it's cute. I'm at first, you know, personality wise, I was like, oh. I'm getting a little cocky, you know, like got it in the bag. But
Right.
as you continue to watch, I grew some love for her for sure.
Eli.
I'm here for it.
But you know what? I feel on the same page as everybody else. So the look, I don't think it really hit the mark, but I love the image and really the statement she's putting out there. You know, pride. I'm all for that. I think that her body looks great. I would have to agree. Maybe not so crazy about the shoes, but the body's great. I think she's giving face. I love the hair. I love everything about it. Just minus what this curtains that we got going on. I don't really like the curtains. I don't like the ruffle on the shoulder. But other than that,
Yeah,
I think she's one of my
I don't like
favorites,
the
to be quite
execution of
honest.
that either. Like the whole thing on the shoulder too. I see how
Yeah.
that. It looks a little unfinished.
It
Yeah, now
looks-
that I look at the heels, I'm like I'm a fan of them with the outfit.
I don't
the
know why
heels
they're
definitely
there.
look like they belong somewhere else, and I also feel like this long curtain, for lack of a better word, that you see right in the front, I feel like it should have been like in the back, like capes, instead of like her having one in front, because like I feel like it was getting in the way. Like, why do you have just one in front of you? Like, it should have just been like two-sided capes that she was like wearing. I don't know. I mean, wasn't the worst
The wig
dress.
though.
The
The
wig.
wig,
The wig was everything. The wig.
The wig.
No one was clocking that. No one was clocking that.
Nobody.
So
Came from the scalp.
now we're gonna go right into who I think is the star of this season. the cornbread, the snack Yeti, baby. Like, excuse
That
me.
She's making good TV. Let me fucking tell you right now.
she is doing
that entrance look.
amazing.
I was like, all black, whatever. But when I, looked at the details, the hair rods, the curl rod, I think was such a smart touch. It's like kind of a tease or like foreshadowing in the sense. It's like, I'm just getting ready. I'm just cooking up. I'm preparing to show you what I got. So I think it was cute. It was and it's her. Like, her outfit didn't have to be this extravagant thing, but her entrance, her personality, her energy, it's a star.
She sold it. She is definitely a front runner. She has to be. Like, I am gagged by her. Oh my gosh. I will say I don't like the padding that she chose for this. I hate when silhouettes don't look like nice and even and flowy. I feel like it looks like waist and then boom with the padding. But no, that waist is cinched. I love a big girl that knows how to put things on her body and style them. So very, very big kudos to her.
I think that I almost have to disagree with you guys a little bit in the sense that definitely, no, hear me out first. Cornbread is definitely like a fan favorite. And I think she's like great too. But I think that there's a reoccurring theme where people are like misconstruing talent with personality. And I kind of feel, and I'm not saying she doesn't have talent. I'm just saying in general that a lot of the times I feel
it's giving very much that.
No, but I get what he's saying. I guess I get
agree.
What he's saying. I get what he's saying. Like,
I think that.
Go ahead, finish.
Go ahead.
You
speak
finish
for me, Chad.
No, you finish your thought.
No, I think a lot of times we fall in love with these people's personality, and so we kind of like just love everything. They just become so likable, so they could just do the littlest thing, and we're like, yeah, serve, like, yes, it's giving. So, in reality, look at this look. Do you really think that if she wasn't funny, if she wasn't everything, all the great things she was, you would really like this look?
I feel like it's a great.
I clocked her.
I think you guys are being biased in terms of
clocked her. No. I said I don't like the silhouette. And ultimately, it's a big
what silhouette
jacket.
You sound like Aja.
It's a
you can
big.
Go out there wearing
nothing.
Like...
I think she looks good. I don't know. I think this again is another one of those. I think you're right in the sense that we give her a little bit more leeway because we're just obsessed with her personality. But she does have talent, and I'm not against this look. I just don't like the padding. But yes, I do agree. It could have been better. It's not the best look in the bunch, but I think she was good in it.
I feel like
padding that really throws me off.
I feel like it's a fun entrance look. I feel like, it's not, this is not giving runway. This is not giving like challenge. It's giving entrance. Like, like
it's giving nothing.
Wow. Well,
it's giving hefty bag.
It reminds me of that movie with, the two girls and they have like the big hair and the long nails. I don't know that movie. Yeah, that one. I don't know, just the hair reminds me about that. Very like, I don't know.
But I will say, what Edward mentioned, the fact that it looks like she's just getting ready, like that this is just her nod to the fact that she's here. I like that interpretation a lot because I didn't connect that, but I like that idea behind her look. But yeah, Miss Cornbread, love you.
Some of us ate the cornbread, some of us didn't, clearly.
I don't like cornbread.
Listen, so now we have Orion's story. And she is giving us a red moment with some type of like, swimwear one piece situation with a headband and a bun. Thoughts.
She just jumped out of the water and is going into the bedroom. You're just showing yourself here. I will say, you are really showing your taste here. I will give Orion's story her kudos and her flowers because she said that she made it all. She made everything from head to toe, and I think beautiful. Like I love that you're talented enough to make your own looks. But like I said, it looks like she just jumped out of the ocean after swimming, and then she's like, let me actually go to the bedroom and give my man a kiss with this lingerie robe. I don't know, I feel like the dots were not connecting, and I was let down because in her promo look, oh my gosh, she looked gorgeous. She had this beautiful dress, her makeup was amazing, and her wig looked gorgeous. So when I saw her come out in this, I was like, damn, not that. And also, ladies, let's get away from the bodysuits.
Yes.
Elevate ourselves here.
Literally, you threw a little robe on top of that bodysuit, and you thought you was giving like camp.
You thought you ate.
It was not giving camp. Eli, any thoughts on this look?
So initially I was like, it's not so bad, but like after reviewing, I retract that statement. It's just no.
It's not good.
Yeah, I was let down with this one. This didn't entice me.
It's not giving in drag, and it's definitely not giving out of drag. So yeah, this is a 2 thumbs down for me.
No, for me,
It's so shady.
She lost me at the door. Like the high pitch screaming. I was like, "Who the hell is coming through the door?" And then it was just this long, entrance paragraph. And then the burger phone. I just didn't.
A burger.
No, but yeah, I feel like this is something Katy Perry would wear. Like Katy Perry tries to be very campy as well. So she does like shit like with burgers, and I could see her wearing something like this. So
where is Katy Perry now?
Katy Perry's not on RuPaul's Drag Race.
She's headlining, not headlining, but she has a residency in Vegas. So she's doing something.
She's not walking to the workroom looking like this.
Not at all.
I mean, I'll give it a 6. Like
I didn't live.
Cute, but not. The hair is cute. The hair is a moment.
You better work.
I didn't live. I didn't live. I'm gonna just leave it at that. But moving on.
I will say that it's hard to like
move
do
on,
worse than Alyssa Hunter, in my opinion. So,
girl,
it's hard to what?
To do worse than Alyssa Hunter. So at this point, I'm looking at these looks like honestly, it wasn't that bad.
You were not a fan.
Listen, the next person, I am a stan.
Really?
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
So,
Wow.
what do we think about Miss Willow the fuck Pill? Like, I do not care about anybody say. I'll throw hands for Willow. Like, I'll really throw
not
hands.
the big pill. She's a willow pill.
Willow pill. First of all, RuPaul. If I have to sit through another episode with you saying her name like that, we're gonna have a problem.
No,
we're gonna have a problem.
No, but like you're right. He's dragging it at this point. Like we get it. Like
it was cute the first time. It was cute the third time. But then on the freaking runway, like
it's
every move she made. Too much.
I was thinking before you go into your thought, like I was thinking like, you know how every season he gets one girl that he kind of like gives them like a nickname type of thing. I thought that this was the girl he picked, but I feel like also it's very early because next week we get to see like the other half. So it's like, like I'm not trying to hear you say 2 names differently. Like it's always one coveted girl that you give that right to. But going to your thought, Eli, talking about.
I was just gonna say, I definitely. Well, in general, I think Willow Pill is definitely the one to watch. I think she's coming in as the underdog a little bit. People are kind of underestimating her, but she brings a lot of. I mean, I think so. I mean, I sure did. Okay, then I'll speak for myself. I think she brings a lot of like art, a lot of drama to her drag, and I think that I'm really interested in seeing how she progresses as the season goes on. If she does continue to move on, but she's the one. She might be one of the ones to watch. That quirkiness sometimes,
Look at
Jinx Monsoon, Sharon Needles,
Evie Oddly's sister. Like, I don't know. I feel like okay. I also want to do a quick disclaimer. I am not a fan of her. I do love her drag. I'm happy that she's on the show because she brings a whole different element of drag, like OG drag, like the campness of it all. I like her interpretation of drag. But let's get to the topic at hand. This look. How dare you walk into my runway with fucking...
Well, she didn't walk into the runway. She walked into the workroom.
To the workroom. Thank you for fixing my statement. How dare you walk into my workroom with these little chanteticas?
No, there was no
thinking you're serving a look. I could not believe it. And then her sunglasses couldn't even stay on her head. Oh my gosh.
It was the girls. It was the girls like, you sure came comfortable.
Cornbread was not having it. Cornbread was like, "Oh, okay."
No, she was taking a stroke to the work
bag.
But I really feel like that really goes to show like that bad bitch that she is because she came in looking like a girl from the corner store in Newark, and RuPaul really.
And
RuPaul
just happened to stumble in the workroom.
Literally, and RuPaul was giving her praise. So like, it was like you girls thought that like I wasn't gonna give, but look at me standing on this runway and I'm giving.
I'm
So
gonna be
Yeah.
honest. If I
It's
could pull
a
that off,
nice.
I would wear it. When I first saw it, I was like, "Girl, this is how you pull it into the workroom, like a hot mess." But after like just feeling it out, I saw the concept, and then obviously as the show goes on, I get the message because it says her, and then it took me a while to even realize that it said Angle and not Angel, and I think that was like
Yeah, I think
chef's
that was
kiss on it.
hilarious. That was funny. I
But
think that really
to
did sell it.
No, but I
but to
feel like this look is. Oh, go ahead, Edward. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, like to rate it in our perspective or in the idea of like a workroom entrance, it wasn't like this magnificent look, but it was cute.
But I
It
don't
was
think
cute.
that's her
I
intention.
like that. I guess I don't know. I guess what Wellington was saying, it was like her intention. Like, oh, she was just walking down Rodeo Drive. He stumbled upon the workroom. Like, oops, oh, I'm here. Oh, okay, I guess
Not
I'm here.
Rodeo
Ha ha
Drive.
ha. That's
So
literally
we
what it was
thumbs
giving.
we
But
I'm gonna give it a thumbs up. You give it a thumbs down.
I would give it a thumbs up because I saw Alyssa Hunter's outfit.
Oh my lord.
You got
Any-
personal beef
We
with
gotta
Alyssa.
bully Alyssa Hunter now.
Any final thoughts on Miss Pale?
No, but I do say that I feel like we give skinnier
No.
queens more leeway because if it was a big queen who rolled up in here with the outfit, it would have been like, child, go home. But
I
on to the
mean,
next.
that is also true, but baby girl, this girl got meat. This girl got meat to her, and
Girl.
first of all, Miss June Jambalaya.
Her
Mm.
name is gorgeous too, June Jambalaya. Like it rolls off of your tongue. I was
It does.
excited for her.
But at the same time, girl, this jambalaya that you got going on is not giving. Like,
It's missing seasoning and spices.
it's the wig is giving your sisters, the bodysuit is giving your cousins, the
Thrift
little
store.
the little thing you put on top of that
Child, she could have gotten something
bodysuit
better from the thrift store. if
is
she went.
giving
This-
rainbow.
It's getting easy
is-
pickings,
yeah,
$10
easy
spot.
pickings. The shoes make
I-
no sense.
No, none of it.
It just hurt my feelings because ooh, this makes me mad. Because first of all, you're gonna show up not even with a breastplate to help that, I guess, jumper be in place where it should be placed. It's literally being dragged down. And then you didn't even pad it. You didn't even bother cinching your waist. You didn't even bother wearing a corset just to give us the illusion that drag is. I was just so let down. This was something that I would see back when I was in college, going to these parties, dage parties. We would see a girl in the corner wearing just this, except that she had sneakers. Like,
Right.
you didn't
right.
even bother. You didn't even bother. So I
Yeah,
feel
no,
like
it's
if I
giving-
was on this season, I would have literally like fought her right there. Like you really came in here like that.
On site. No, to me, it's giving like she's running errands at Target. She's a mom of 3, and I think that the bodysuit at least, come on. Like I know Kim K, she has Skims. She could have bought the a bodysuit that just matched the skin tone better, and maybe I guess
Yeah.
the what's it called? Not a robe. That one piece jumper is just it's
And also, like,
I
that-
just don't
you know,
understand.
Is the pattern for me? Like, what is that? What
It's the
is
colors?
that?
It's just everything.
It's a no
Really
for
let
me.
down.
It's a no for me. I actually like her, her confessionals. I was living for
Agreed.
her and her personality, but seeing her
She's so
walk
sweet.
through this, if there's one thing I hate about a queen is when I feel like a queen is unprepared and a queen comes being a mess. Because I would have seasons 1 through 5, I would have accepted the messy unpreparedness. This is season 14.
Yeah, you know what it is.
Nothing of this show is new.
Yeah,
You need to show
sure.
up and you need to come ready. So to me,
Yeah.
zeros across the board. Zeros
I also
across the board.
think that I understand that like drag has moved in a way where like if you don't have the budget to afford certain things, like yes, you may sit there and piece these things together, but I think it's the execution that missed it. Stone that jumper, stone your shoes,
Raymond.
stone your thing. She didn't even bother.
Edit. That's all I have to say.
Raymond, June is making Alyssa look good. I think that's how bad this look is. Did I reach with that one?
No, I think
I don't know.
we're
I don't
right on
think it was a
target.
reach. I mean, if I had to pick the lesser of two evils, Alyssa does look better than June in this sense. They
Yes,
both
she
look
put
like
effort,
they both look crazy. One did too much,
Yeah.
the other one did nothing. So
didn't
No,
bother.
it gave Lala Reed. That's
Nothing.
what it gave me. It gave Lala Reed when she had all the like goodie
That
bags
challenge.
like taped on her. This is what it was.
I think she just
might be the
misunderstood where she was going.
might be the Lala Rita this season.
They
Anyway,
gave Kelly Price to me too.
so
Season 1.
Cut his mic off.
They said she was missing. I think I found her. No, for real. They said she was
Child.
missing.
So they found her, child. They found her. So moving on, right after that, the girls did their first mini challenge of the season, which was a spinning wheel photo shoot. I was living for the spinning wheel photo shoot. We have not seen a photo shoot in Drag Race in such a long time. So I was just excited because I love those, like, you are in the workroom, we're gonna jump you into a photo shoot and get crazy.
Yes,
Right.
yes. I love those. It's like the fun of Drag Race.
Right. So then Kerri Colby ended up winning the first mini challenge of the season. So
I disagreed.
I 100% disagreed as well.
who do you guys think that should have won that challenge?
Bosco.
Who do you think, Edward?
Bosco munched that shit up. Yes,
Okay.
it was hot. It was. I feel like it was effortless.
She was serving. Yeah, she was serving.
That like it was the one with the most poise. It looked like it was a setup
Mhm.
photo shoot, and to be spinning on that wheel and still being able to look like that. Like, don't get me wrong, Kerri didn't look bad. I think if we would have had this maybe a few episodes down in the season, it would have been a tie between both of them, and we would have called it a tie. But
Yeah.
Honestly, I think that Cornbread should have won because if that shit was holding her
100%.
up, she did
Oh.
that shit.
The
Like,
wheel
I-
should have won.
No,
The wheel was spinning by itself.
And, like,
what? She
listen,
was serving.
like what? I don't know,
Was
but
it-
you know,
They
I
they
don't
said we're
really,
doing a
I
photo
agree.
shoot with a twist and a spin.
I don't really be living up to the
Literally.
mini challenges. So like whenever one of the girls like gets super gassed because they won a mini challenge, I'm like, just like, girl, calm down. Like, win a maxi challenge, and then we're talking like you winning a mini challenge is like not really like, it's not like, I
Anything.
guess it boosts your morale, but it's not really giving,
Mhm.
like, you know.
Yeah.
So right
Yeah.
after that, we went into the Maxi Challenge of the week, which was a talent show. This season they started with a talent show. And so first, Alyssa Hunter, she said she was going to play the guitar.
Listen,
She went from
I wanna
She
Shakira
really
to
mounted
Pink.
it.
really Shakira. Shakira the queen. Like, I don't know. I
Oh,
want
God.
to root for her because, you know, my Puerto Rican princess, rah, 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 rah. But you were just lip syncing for like.
She didn't even
That's
play
how-
the
with the
guitar.
Literally
No.
lip syncing with the guitar in her hand. What's the problem?
She should have been.
Excuse me?
She
How
should
dare
have.
you?
She should have been real from the beginning and said, "I'm going to play air guitar or something." Like, you know what I'm
Or
saying? Like,
something.
Yeah.
I was like, this bitch
It was
plays the
one note.
guitar.
I was
Like,
like,
she
that's so
got-
different. That's so new. Oh my god.
Right. Like, everybody
Oh my
plays
God,
a
that's
little.
hilarious.
Like, I really thought it was not giving. I'm sorry. It's zeros across the board, because do not tell me you're gonna do something and then don't do it. And then you think that just because you was giving us energy and somewhat of a choreography, you were like, no, it was it
Well,
gave no effort.
that's why I was saying, I think she doesn't know her drag yet, because we got that like Hunter, which I guess it was to like emphasize the name, but then we got this look that was completely different. It kind of gave me Gottmik, it's like Little Rock and Roll like era that she did.
Don't
and then-
ever do Gottmik like that ever again in your entire life.
I mean, no, but that's the
Really?
difference though. That's the difference though. Gottmik executed it, and then like Alyssa had the idea, did it. It was there, and it was one note. It was flat. So I hope there's another talent competition to see, and hopefully for her to discover what she wants to do.
the entire season to showcase her talent, Chad.
If she
But
gets
it's
that.
also so weird that she keeps emphasizing that she's kind of a big deal in Puerto Rico. And it's like, girl, if you're a big deal in Puerto Rico and that's like your drag, that's a little alarming for me, because
Right.
Like,
don't
what
get
is
it.
going
I don't
on
get
in Puerto Rico drag?
Right.
And we'll come save y'all, because if
And I
this
also don't know. I don't get it, because some of the most iconic Puerto Rican queens are Yara Sofia, Alexis Mateo, and
Right.
they give looks. They serve comedy, and they're gorgeous. So I'm just confused. Like, are you a look queen because your looks aren't that good? Are you a comedy queen? I don't really see much comedy from you. Like,
Are you a
what type
performance
of queen
queen? Is
are
not
you?
giving.
Yeah, I just don't know what her drag is other than saying that she's a
She's a
big
lying
deal.
queen. She lies.
She's a
She's a lying
mystery.
queen. She's a lying queen.
True,
Next,
true,
moving
true.
on to Bosco. She gave us a burlesque type of performance. She was giving pedal to pedal to pedal to pedal
Mhm.
until she was left with one prick in her booty. Thoughts?
I thought that was my favorite act, to be quite honest with you.
Wow.
I thought that it was
Wow.
I thought it was different. I thought it was creative. I wasn't too crazy about the thorn in the ass towards the end, but I think everything else, the
I liked it.
execution
I
was
thought it
really
was
good.
funny.
I mean,
I
yeah,
thought it
added
was
a little
humorous. It was
humor to
she
it.
was serving looks. I will say, I saw online people were like commenting about the performance, and they were saying, I wish that she would have had like rose petals in her gloves on some Sasha Velour vibes. Like, take it off, and then she has roses as she's like having this little rose.
But then I feel like,
moment.
don't you think that Drag Race fans would have been like, Sasha did it, don't ever try it?
No, I think it would have been
Because you know they don't
a
play.
good nod. Yeah, but I feel like one thing I love is when, because we're gonna get to a point where the queens on Drag Race aren't gonna care to watch any seasons before like season 7, you know?
Right.
So I love when drag queens do certain things and make certain like take certain nods towards past episodes or like past seasons, you know? So for her to have done that, like, oh, you actually watched the show, even though it's like one of the most iconic Drag Race moments in history. But I don't know, I would have liked a little bit more on her end, because like burlesque is that, I guess that's a talent, but just make it better. I don't know.
Yes, I agree. I think we've seen it before, and it reminded me again to bring up this goddess, like freaking got mixed look with my little tiny dress when they were pretty much, butt naked. It was the same thing.
Yeah.
I don't know, it didn't give me wow factor. It's a cute little, performance, but
I feel like
to the Olympics of drag. The rose was cute.
Okay, so let's get into June Jambalaya's African dance. Thoughts?
Flats. It gave Pussy Willow. Like, I don't know.
Pussy Willow.
Sometimes I know sometimes the queens, they want to do culture, because you really can't comment on culture. You can't say like, oh, you did this dance wrong.
Oh, so I was listening. I'm gonna stop you right there. I was listening to Silvery. What is it?
Sibling rivalry?
Yeah, Bob
Sibling rivalry.
Yeah, and Monet's podcast, and they were saying like, I don't give a fuck whether you're doing this for your culture or not. It was bad. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, like, I'm not gonna give you I'm glad that you did it for the culture. No, it was bad. You should have figured out how to do that, like how to work around that headband. You need to be a performer. When something goes wrong, when an outfit goes wrong and you're performing, you need to figure out what's next. You need to figure out how you're gonna sell it. You should have like ripped it and like played with it, or like
use it as a necklace.
Do something, child. Not keep putting it up, because that lets everybody know that there's something wrong and you're supposed to act like
I agree.
Nothing has gone
but that
wrong.
goes back to June Jambalaya's issue so far that we keep seeing, is editing herself. Those are mistakes where obviously, like, I think she was well performed. If you're coming on RuPaul's Drag Race, even though they do get, people from different, however many years they've been doing it, but a bobby pin, girl, you're telling me you didn't have 3 bobby pins in the back to clip that and secure that band on your head?
Right.
You know?
Right.
For me...
Yeah, go ahead.
For me, I feel like this is strike 2 against June. Like, I want to like you really bad, but you're giving me every reason like not to like you, and you just coming on unprepared. This is not your local hometown like drag competition. You're like on a worldwide.
Like, this is not we're here.
Right. Like, these are the big leagues. Like, bring your A game. Why there's no room. Like, every second, every look, everything counts in this competition. So you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. The performance.
I completely agree.
She had the idea, but it was the same repetitive dance moves. You know what I mean? We get the twirl and twirl and twirl. It's like, let's see something else. And then at the end, she gives a split. But at that point, we had already lost interest. So the split was a mistake.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel like it just goes to show that she didn't practice it, because if she would have sat there and practiced and rehearsed and had something actually put together, other than the fact like, I'm gonna wear this and play this music and just dance. No, girl, right. She didn't even try to put the outfit on. She didn't even try to make sure that, you know, everything would be together and in place. So strike two indeed.
I think the choreography was probably like on the fly, if I'm not even kidding with you. Like I really think like she like said like, I'm gonna just do African dance because, you know, you need to feel it. Like, no, girl, you need to have a choreo ready. Like,
or if the dance style only involves, you know, the twirling and the, you know, jumping, like add something, like get some glitter, pull it out your hands, throw it in the air, you know, something, just another element. It was very one-dimensional.
Yeah. Last thought on this. I'll just piggyback off of what you said. I feel like in these type of shows, like you cannot let them see you sweat. Like even if you fuck up, like remember Kylie Sonic Love, like she did that little tumble and then she did the roll.
Yes.
Like you have
which
to
I
be
still
on
think
your
it was fake. Which I still think was fake.
So like you said, if your wig is coming off,
this is a different show.
Play with it, make it part of the moment. So yeah, she's having these opportunities to like, you know, land a mark, and she just keeps missing. So
let's get into Miss Colby, child. Miss Colby came out here and she was jumping rope.
And she got mad love for it, but from the judges.
I don't understand.
But my whole thing is like, first of all, we didn't see the rope. I was like trying to figure out what were you jumping. Why were you jumping? Because to me, you had two sticks next to you, and you was just like you know, like the rope could have lit up. The rope could have been neon. The rope could have done something. Right. Like
whoever the production assistant they sent out to get the jump rope did not do her good, and I would have been impressed if she was jumping the rope in heels. Then that's talent. Right. I'm like, wow, but I could jump rope and sing to Nicki Minaj.
Like, she really thought this was like LA high school talent show. I'm gonna double dutch with my sisters. Like, baby,
that's what got me mad. It was like you were literally just there being cute, being pretty, trying to serve a look, and then had a jump rope. You did a couple jumps and then you messed up and you're like, I'm bad. So
she thought it was Shady Shore Elementary.
Like, yeah, we're like, what is good with her? And it threw me off because I am really looking forward to Kerri. Like, as soon as I saw that she was announced, I was like on her behind, on her ass, on every single social media platform, like gassing her up. So I'm just hoping that she doesn't end up being like just a look queen, which I don't think so, because in some of her exchanges with the other queens and her confessional, she's really funny. So I think she's gonna be able to provide us with more, but this was a letdown. Very, very letdown by this.
Agreed.
I agree. Moving right along, Cornbread Child. She did a lip sync performance to her own original song. I was living for the song. I don't know if I was living for the performance, but I was definitely living for the song.
Interesting. Okay. I mean, I hate when these queens go on the stage and then lip sync and that's their talent. Like, girl, no, that's your job. Like, this is what you do.
Right. Like, that's
show us something that we're gonna see. It's not a talent. I hate that. So I love when they change it up and make their own song. Like when Pandora's Box on All Stars did her own like thing. That was awesome. It was hilarious. It was her own song and she served it. She camped it up. And I think that's exactly what Cornbread did here. She made her own song and she delivered it. And it was hilarious to me. I thought that's the biggest thing with me on Cornbread is just that she knows how to fucking deliver a performance. And this just goes to show that she did so.
Yeah, but I think that the reason why she didn't perform it live was because, okay, she's a big girl, we know that. And for her to like be able to control her breathing and sing and rap and like move, like something's gotta give. Okay. So I just feel like, you know, she gave high energy, she gave a great performance. And hello, most of y'all favorites are lip syncing on the stage. So, you know, like
so are you mad that she didn't do it live?
No, I think the performance was great. I thought it was really good. I thought it was funny. It made me laugh. I was like dancing to the song. Like I thought everything was great. But I'm saying you guys are giving her a little, you know, a little critique because she didn't perform live. And I just feel like
no.
It's
I'm saying I love
her.
No. backtrack. I love the fact that she
pick a side
now,
now,
her own
Raymond.
song and she lips. No, I'm not saying that I'm mad that she lip sync. I was just saying, like, for example, Kerri Colby, she came out here and was lip syncing to Nicki Minaj and then jumped up a little bit. Like, girl, that's not a talent. That's literally something that you would do at your corner bar. But Miss Snack out here and did a whole song, had it produced, made it happen, and she did great. So
supposedly,
I want to
go ahead.
I wanted to pose a quick question before we do the other two. And real quick, rapid fire. What talent would we do? Like, what talent would we all perform real quick? I'm rapping. And I bring it up because it's easy for us to like.
I would do a choreography if I have dancers. Like I would do like a dope ass,
what do you think this is?
Like a dope ass Beyonce Super Bowl, like Trinity K. Bonet, like Beyonce,
the whole 9 yards.
You know, like that. But if I cannot have dancers, I honestly don't know what I would do.
Edward, that's a good. I think that's a really good question because I feel like that would give me having to do this would give me so much anxiety. I'd be like, oh my god, like I don't even know what I would do. I'm like, what am I good at? Like, what am I?
And I love that this was their first challenge, like a talent show. Yes, show us what they can offer us. It was such a good move on their end. So
was this the first? Did they do a talent show on All Stars, the most recent All Stars, as their first challenge as well, or no? I feel like they did.
With All Stars, it's been that they do like their first challenge is a talent show.
Okay.
That's
gotcha.
Okay. So for the most recent one, they did.
But that's like a reoccurring thing for All Stars, right?
Yeah, this is the first time that they've done like a talent show as like a first competition, at least from what I remember.
Right.
And I've watched these shows like so many times. So yeah, I think it was a great move. But back to the question, I would think that I would do a magic show, but I would obviously have to learn magic first. But I would love to do that because Queen
you just pulled those tricks out your hat.
Yes, girl, I want to do that. I like have like another wig and like, oh, it's a rabbit and a wig. Like I want to do all that. So a queen on Australia's Drag Race did it and she didn't give. So I want to definitely
do it. What would you do, Edward?
I think I would probably I don't know. I would immediately I thought of rapping. Like I would do a Nicki Minaj impersonation, but then now that I look back, that's just lip syncing. That's just my job. So I would have to sit down or just maybe grab a jump rope, jump around and think a little bit and come up with a talent.
Sure. Next. Anyways, back to the list. Orion Story did a comedy skit.
Trash.
Basura. But do they ever land? I feel like nobody's comedy
afterwards, I was like,
I don't remember it.
Was I supposed to laugh? Like, wait. I was like, wait, did I miss the joke? Am I too advanced for the joke? Am I not advanced enough? Like, what was it giving?
It was not clicking.
Secondhand embarrassment.
I literally don't remember it, to be honest. I don't remember. I didn't even know what her talent was until
so she was just working out and like acting like a 90s instructor.
Yes. Oh, that was so awkward. Yeah, that was.
No, I understand. That was my bathroom break too, so I understand that you don't remember.
It was so checked out. Oh my gosh. Yeah. That was embarrassing. And it was one of those like secondhand embarrassment moments where it's like if I was live there, if I wasn't the one on the camera, I would be like, you need to take this camera from me because I cannot continue recording this. This is really bad right now.
You know how the girls be like on the side and like while the other ones are performing? I feel like my face would have been so like
I would have been hiding my face, like hiding my eyes, like oh,
like they would have made hella memes out of me because I really would have been like, girl, what? Like,
yeah,
what are you doing?
And wasn't Cornbread on the side like, okay, like trying to make light of how horrible it was?
No, Cornbread was thinking the same thing Wellington was.
Right.
Am I the joke? Is it me?
Well, back to my queen, the one to watch. Willow Pill did a lip sync performance about self-care. And at first I was like, what the fuck is going on my TV right now? but wow, like after she threw the pasta into the bathtub, I was all in. Like I was like, this set is creepy, but I'm here for it. Like, what the fuck?
No,
No,
on
yeah.
the edge of my seat is an understatement because I was like, where are we going with this? And then she throws the pasta inside the tub, and after she just threw the
And then goes
wine. But
in.
as soon as she pulled out that toaster, I was pissing my pants.
Yeah,
Like I
that
was like, oh,
funny.
this is a well thought out, and it's everything that Orion's story was missing.
Yeah.
Willow Pill brought it.
The way you said it, Orion's story was like literally her story.
I can't.
Any thoughts on Willow Pill?
I
Also, the fact that she got
can't.
naked.
No, the ass cheeks though, like what?
They were cute. They were better than the little rose thorn butt.
No,
little,
I saw.
like-
I'm like, let me find out. You got a little something on there.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's a rose one, man.
I was like, let me find out. You got some little down there. Like, what is going on down there? Like, and she took
No,
it
I
off.
liked it. It was
It was
fun.
giving body low key.
I think
I liked it. I thought it was very camp, and it was
Yeah.
a nod to like especially what she said, what Cornbread said in Untucked, and was like the drag that you do is just very much what we need to be reintroduced to, because
It was giving Jinx Monsoon. It was giving
Yes.
like that era of drag. Like I loved it. I loved it. I loved it.
And I like
she's a
that.
character.
Quickly tap in onto the Untucked portion of that. I think it allows us to see Cornbread and also Willow Pill on like their own connection. Like I really enjoy. Like they could have their own little YouTube segment. And I'm like, oh shit! Like I want to watch this just because it's two different dynamics that weirdly works.
Right.
Yeah, I
right.
agree.
So the first guest judge of the season was Lizzo. She looked amazing. I will say that she looked very, very nice, and her entire outfit was looking great. I think there hasn't been a better judge since Nicki Minaj, but you know that's me.
You
That's
took
me.
the words right out of my mouth.
That's
I
me.
was gonna
but
say
Lizzo looked cute though. Lizzo looked cute.
she did look. She looked bomb. I'm happy that she got in there and got to pump them up, and I could. From a production mindset, I could already see what happened. Like the queens probably weren't giving too much in the workroom, so they're like, "All right, let's go out there, like boost them up, boost the morale." So I'm happy she got that moment. But again, it's like you can't have Nicki Minaj on the first episode on one season, and then, you know, like I'm not saying Lizzo isn't amazing. It's just I think she's still new. Maybe like on the third or the fourth episode. But
I guess
she had
but
amazing critiques. I think she had good critiques, and I think she'll definitely keep that bond with those queens that she met.
Yeah, for sure. I was actually surprised by Lizzo because I've had a love-hate relationship with Lizzo. I think she has great music, but then like herself, like her personality can be like too much sometimes. Like, girl,
retweet,
like just relax, you know, overwhelming. But I really liked her on the show. I thought that she was the perfect mesh of giving herself, but also being an active criticizer of their drag and giving them that constructive criticism, you know. And she was just funny, and she was fun to watch. I loved the energy that she added to the panel, so I was a big fan of her, and I think she looked gorgeous.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of Lizzo myself, but I definitely think that after that episode, I liked her a little bit more. I felt like she was very like warming and welcoming to the queen. She made them feel comfortable because I'm sure this moment is very nervous for them. So I actually thought that she was a good judge on the show. Now, like what Edward said, I don't know about a good first judge. You know, you think the first episode you want to bring a big name on, you know, but maybe to RuPaul, she's a big name.
Well, thank God for vaccinations, because you know the guest person was able to walk into the guest room, into the workroom, which you know from last seasons and the previous seasons right after COVID, like that feeling of Drag Race when it comes to them interacting with the ladies was kind of taken away. So I'm glad that like little by little we're getting back to like regular Drag Race, like normal Drag Race. So let's get into this runway look, ladies. Best and worst dress. Let's start with
who we starting with?
Alyssa Hunter, chair.
Oh my lord.
I want to touch on this real quick. I hated that she used the same color scheme that she used for her entrance look. Although it looks amazing on her and her makeup, and it's super upper echelon, but I don't know. I think the color scheme, I'm tired of it. But overall, I think it was hot. I just still didn't get the concept of the broom. Like she looked like a feather duster.
It was giving Banji Mateo for me.
You know what? But like, as we love Banji Mateo, so like, what are you saying here?
In a way of like, seen it next.
Oop.
Oh.
Like it
Ooh,
was,
okay.
it gave me a familiar. I don't want every time a queen walks into this runway, I don't want to have a familiar like feeling. Like I want to feel new
Yeah,
and
yeah,
refreshed, at least for the first episode, at least. Like I want to see something
yeah.
new, and it was giving like, okay, she looks like Benji.
Like playing it
Yeah, I
safe.
get you. Yeah,
I think
I
that
feel like again, but I'm so sorry, but
no.
I think that I'm having an issue with Alyssa because she just needs to edit and look at herself in the mirror. Like, if you look at this look, I love the broom. Does it go with this? No. I love the gown. I love how it fits on her body, and it looked really good. But I don't like it with the gloves or the hat. I love the hat. Why is it on this specific
Right,
outfit? I
right.
Yep.
guess like the
She
fur
would
in
have
the
looked
front
way
like
better without
mimics
that hat.
the
Like a nice slick
fringe, you
ponytail.
know? Yeah, she would have, or like even like a nice tight like updo of some sort, or like a
Or
nice
even what
clear
she
cut
has
like
on
side
just
bust.
without it.
Yeah, I just don't understand. Like I don't know. This runway was like their signature drag, Galaganza or something like that was the name of the runway. So to see this, it's just like, girl, what is your drag? Because you walked in looking very cosplay. Now you're out here thinking you're giving elegance. But no, take
This
that
is
5 minutes. Look in the mirror. Oh my lord.
She said that
Yeah,
she was a
I have to
pageant
agree.
queen, and this is apparently pageant.
Yes, I think that's, oh, you just hit it on the nail. I think that's such a big thing to consider. One, also drag in Puerto Rico is probably its own world. But the fact that she is a pageant queen, she's probably still trying to develop like what the hell what am I showing? You know, I feel like she's definitely worn this
Yeah.
already. Like so
For
I'm
sure.
interested to see where Alyssa Hunter takes us, but right now it's just giving road kill.
Yeah.
But if
Eli, do you
Alyssa
like
doesn't
this
find
look?
her, well, I feel like if Alyssa doesn't find her look soon, she will not be on the show much longer. I think her problem is she doesn't have consistency. So when you compare her to
It's
somebody
been
like,
one episode, Chad.
well, hold on.
But
When-
yes,
if
that's
you
a good
compare
point.
her to somebody like Willow Pill, Willow can be all over the place and it works for Willow.
Right.
But like Alyssa came in with the Amazoness look. Then she had the very pink rockish look. Now you're
Right.
giving like a soft look. It's like like you guys are saying, where are you going with this?
She's not brand.
You know, like where's it going? It's
Right.
three
No
completely
branding.
different looks. There's no story being told. So I actually like the look. I thought the hat kind of was different, but I liked it. It worked for me. But when you look at her story in terms of the episode, it's just all over the place. And I think that's going to be her downfall if she doesn't get it together quick.
Yeah.
So,
I
well, let's talk about Miss Bosco. She was giving us an all-black moment with some horns again. To give my initial thoughts, I enjoyed this look. I don't think it was the worst. I know she was getting ragged on social media for wearing the horns again. I feel like, you know, the horns, like you give it to us in the entrance look, you're giving it to us on runway. I don't want to see the horns ever again in the season. You know, like
Nope.
it's like that's it. You let us know that this is your Bosco thing. Love it. I love the horns. I think they're cute. But like I don't want to see the same signature thing in every runway. So like I hope she got it out of her system, you know? Thoughts?
Yeah. I just feel like she should have chosen either the hair would be the horns or the dress would be the horns. I feel like the two horn thing going on is like,
good point.
it looks discombobulated. It's not proportioned correctly. So that really bothered me. And then also as she walked, it looked like the dress was like not on her correctly. I don't know. It just looked very weird to me.
It was wobbling.
So I was just, yeah, it was weird. I don't know. And then also, I watched Drag Race UK, and there's a queen named Tace, and she came out on the runway with a very, very, very similar wig with the horn situation going on. So like when I saw, I was like, oh, like I've seen this on this platform before. So it's like a little bit rough because it's like when you do something again, you have to almost do it better. And I don't think she delivered the horn wig as good as Tace did.
Even outside of UK, I think it's so similar to her entrance look. And like looking beyond the horns, we're talking about the same silhouette, the same color. And like instead of polka dots, it's kind of like a little bit bedazzled. I think it was very, we've seen it already. So I'm a fan of Bosco, but I need more. I'm going to need more.
Yeah, I don't mind the horns. If that's your thing, cool. But execute it in a way that it's not like we're looking at the same thing. And that was my issue with this. I could have done. I think she didn't need that in her hair. She would have had that same wig and have that horn thing. I would have loved the look. But yeah, outplayed herself.
Any thoughts, Eli? Did she not like it?
I mean, it pains me to say I don't like this look because I think Bosco's one of my one of my few favorites this so far. But I would have to agree with you guys. Like, yeah, I have a few favorites, but like, yeah, the horns again. Like, okay, like we get it. That's your signature look. We don't want to see the horns on your head and on the dress as well. Like, we don't need to see it twice. But I kind of feel like if she didn't have the horns and the hair, then the look would be kind of plain too. So like, it's either
big hair.
I think she just got to get rid of the whole thing. Just get rid of the whole outfit.
Right, I agree.
Gorgeous mug though.
Miss Maxi Jambalaya. I mean June Jambalaya. Initial thoughts from me. It looked too pedestrian, in my opinion.
Really?
Pedestrian?
Yes.
What streets you be walking?
Right, like what are we walking?
It was like in the sense of like, this is what somebody will wear to a red carpet. This is what like
reunion.
Like, you know, like I will see a housewife wearing this to a reunion. Like this is not, to me, it was not giving drag. And I think that it was the cut of the pants because of the legs, because they go right to the top of her ankle. And I feel like if it would have went all the way through like her feet, like it would have been like a costume. And then it's like, you know, like it looks like something she bought at
a boutique.
Like, yeah,
no, she
like,
bought it at AliExpress.
No, and then like this like extra fabric that she had, like the sleeves, like it was.
I don't know, y'all. I am like not seeing eye to eye with y'all.
You're living?
To be honest,
I'm not living.
I'm not living, but also like I'm not deceased. I don't know. I feel like, okay, let's deconstruct this. So yes, I think it ends a little too high up on her leg. I think it should have went a little bit more down, and then she should have like, or even make it into like some sort of like bodysuit where like it went on her feet, and then she could have wore a cute like heel that was clear, and you could whatever. I think it should have been longer. I don't like this little ruffle that she has here. I think she could have done without that. And if she would have, I think she has the proportion right, but what I get bothered by is that queens need to understand when they wear something like nude that's supposed to be like give that nude illusion, it needs to mimic the tone of their skin a little bit more. Right. I understand that it's harder for Black queens to find a nude bodysuit that's in their shade, but this was just looking way too like off color.
Maybe she should have just went nude then.
Well,
maybe the same thing. It's been done though, so like, is that really an excuse?
It's doable. You definitely have to like make the conscious effort to like make it look good. But I don't know. I don't like the color, but I like it. I like it. I just don't like the color of the nude.
I'm gonna piggyback off that. Like, I think it gave Bollywood. I think it was cute. The ankle things. I think she should have cut some of the sheer off and maybe did some ruffles at the bottom if she ran out of fabric or something. And it's just, I don't hate it. I don't love it. But compared to her entrance look, this is everything. So,
like, finally, we have a drag queen. She has arrived. A little too late, unfortunately.
Wait, but not her crying off the little criticism Lizzo gave her. And busting into tears, like, what?
Annoyed. I was like, goodbye.
And like, you're the
first
I don't
remember. What did Lizzo say?
Well, Lizzo was telling her, like, you know, like, it could have been better, but like at the same time, like, you know, like, I feel your passion, whatever. But my whole thing is like, she was the first person that they spoke to on the panel, and she was like crying, and I'm just like, girl, the comment wasn't even that emotional for you to be wanting this much camera time. Like, do not give me the extra emotion. Like, I'm not here for it. I think
it's just she noticed that she done fucked up, you know.
But she fucked up 3 times already.
Oh,
this is the 3rd time.
Like, for the next episode.
Right. I'm over her. Next, please.
Kerri Colby. K. What was it given?
No, thank you. I'm not eating this up. I'm not a fan of this.
I could see this on Kim K, or like, this is something respectfully, but like Nikita Dragon would wear, and it's like,
it's the wrong
whatever.
K. It's the wrong K.
I did not like this at all. I don't. I'm very bothered by. Okay, so I love that the fur coat is lined with silk. I think that's so cute, and I love the brown with the pink. I think they complement each other in regards to colors. But I don't like this line thing, and I guess she's a Leo, but that's why she added that. But I just don't think it complements what she's giving inside with this sexy thing. Which I also don't like. I don't know. I just don't like it. I feel like you're relying on your body. You're wearing literally chained up K's, and it's just not giving me. I don't know. I just didn't like it at all.
It did not click to me that those were lions until you just said that right now.
They're literally lions.
That. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's the lion has no alignment with the K. I get the K with the name, but next.
I digress.
I don't get it. I don't understand.
You like it?
And I was so let down. You like it? Please, if you like it, let's have a conversation. Thank you.
Silence.
Well,
Next.
mute.
And it sucks because that's my homegirl.
I was still, Orion's story. She wore this little moment. I can't even describe it. And then if she pulled her top part, she had 3 boobs. So quick thoughts, because I want to go to the next segment, chat.
I hope that she made this herself and that she did not pay for this. Because if she sat there and looked at this and paid real hard-earned money, her coin for Agree. I'm gonna get into.
I don't see. The thing is, I don't think the look is
wardrobe business, because clearly you can sell anything to anybody.
It looks not bad if it was a Christmas episode.
No, yeah. So that's the thing. I think it's just the wrong challenge to wear it for. Like, if it was like a cosplay or like, I don't know, something a little more fun, I think it would have been appropriate. But like, if you're talking like glam or like, what like, it was just
like
wrong.
This is your signature drag.
Right.
I love this part of it. Like the
I do love
gorgeous. Yes. She painted the F out of her face.
Yeah.
But it's like she didn't need this shawl thing that she has, like, or this shoulder coat that she had. Why is that there?
Below her, she didn't need anything below her neck.
What was the 3 boobs about? Like,
no, but I don't know. We've seen the 3 boobs. Katya did the 3 boobs. It's like.
And also,
if it was supposed to be a gag,
you need to sell it. Like, right? Like, was it supposed to gag me? Because I wasn't gagged. Like, like it was not giving what you thought it was going to give, and
I was gagged because like of the smell of how atrocious this is.
Right.
I cannot believe it.
Right. I couldn't find a better picture, child, but Willow Pill, like.
Okay, I am not mad at this.
I'm not either.
But,
Raymond,
I hate when they wear bodysuits that are not tight and you can see wrinkles and it's not like skin tight. I hate it. So I was very bothered by the wrinkles that she had going on, and like you could just see that it wasn't like.
Willow Pill looked like she got to shop at Children's Place.
Okay, if the other queens can do it, she can do it too. She can sit there and tailor that. She can get it made. I just feel like.
Or fill it with padding.
Sit there and add it. Or fill it with padding. Fill those spaces, girl. I just didn't like that. It was
gave me Marge.
I hate it.
It gave me Marge Simpson, like the color scheme. I think it was a very specific choice that worked.
It was
giving, I like the hair.
Yeah, it was giving like Daphne from Scooby Doo in the future, and now like she's ready to touch it up.
I will say I wouldn't be able to pull this off, but I think she did a good job. I do like.
It's a good look. Concept's there.
But again, I think with
no, go ahead.
No,
I was gonna say like with her, I do want to see some silhouette, because although she is smaller, she needs to kind of put in those paddings and just she got a cute booty, but I'm gonna need to see a little, put some breastplates on, put some pads in there.
I feel like Michelle will probably request that sooner or later.
Yep.
I don't have much to say for this. I'm not really the biggest fan, but I'm a fan of her, so I don't want to knock her down. So I'm gonna just sit this one out.
As he knocks down all the other queens, but we do not. We do not.
Well, listen, child. I don't have
something. Got to be constructive, and everything could be criticism.
Now you trying to be a good person on this podcast. I'm gonna need you to be the real you. Anyways,
I
couldn't find a picture of Cornbread, but y'all know what she was wearing. She was giving us that Lizzo. She was wearing what Lizzo was wearing. So thoughts.
I mean, we seen
She
it.
look cute.
I don't want to be hypercritical of her because I get it. She's a big queen, but like, I'm just over big queens wearing bodysuits. So I feel like she was just wearing a studded out bodysuit, you know. So I just wasn't that wowed or impressed by it.
My
But she was cute in it.
my issue wasn't even with the bodysuit. I think the proportion was definitely off. I think her upper body looked super cinched, and then the bottom looked a little more. It just looked a little off. And then I think again, little details. Like it was cute being bald, having the little metal thing around her head, but at least a little bob or something. And I think
it was just as simple.
The makeup goes further than the face too, in at least her situation. Like get your neck, get your shoulders, because with that outfit she chose to wear, it was showing the most of her shoulders, and her shoulders just look dry. Not even no glitter, no oil. I don't know. I was like, maybe my.
I think what she could have done to. Not the ashy elbows and knees and toes. Oh my lord!
I would not stand for that.
I will say that I think what she could have done was make the little hood into more of like a hooded cape, like on some like Little Red Riding Hood shit, and dramatize the hell out of it and make it this extra super long cape. On some Homegirl did on season 13. Simone with the do-rag and how long and extra. I think that would have really taken that look to the next level. But yeah, not mad at it. Not good at it. Overall, the queens really let me down in regards to their runway look.
Well, let's be like.
Let's get into the next segment. So, Orion's story ended up going home. Sorry. So without counting her, rapid fire, real quick. Who is your Shantae You Stay and Sashay Away of the week? Edward.
Shantae You Stay, absolutely Willow Pill, and Sashay Away. I think I agree with the choice of Orion's story. So
no, without picking her, pick another queen.
I love this girl, but Alyssa, it's time for you to go to the woods. Sashay Away.
Eli.
I'm gonna have to say Kerri, Shantae, you stay. I'm just a big fan of Kerri, and I'm gonna have to say, although I like Jambalaya, actually I think Jambalaya is funny, but I don't think that's funny. We're not looking for funny in this competition, so I would say bye Jambalaya.
Period. Ray?
No Jambalaya for you.
Nope. No, thank you. No, ma'am. I'm full. I will definitely Shantae Willow Pill. I think she would have definitely been the person.
We turned you because you was not having it at the beginning of this episode.
Because I didn't like her entrance look. I just didn't think that it was to the status that it should be. But again, we've had Alyssa Hunter, so it's fine. And then my sachet would have definitely been June Jambalaya. How dare you walk into my workroom like that? How dare you sit there and let your headpiece fall like that? And how dare you? Well, I liked her final look, but no, she had to go. I think she should have been the one to leave. So yeah, sachet away.
For me, I would say Shantae, You Stay, Willow Pill. I'm a stan. I want to see more. And I also don't want to be disappointed. Sashay Away, I would definitely say June Jambalaya. Like, you look pedestrian. You look like you shop at Aeropostale and it's not giving. So for me, it's like, I'm good.
One thing, can we talk?
And this episode is sponsored by Aeropostale.
Okay, so Raymond, give us the tea. What's going on social media?
Here's the tea. You decide the shade. So, okay, Gia Gunn, season 5, I believe, give or take. She wasn't openly trans on her season, but she came back for All Stars 3 or 4. All Stars 4. And pretty much just like reintroduced herself to the world as the Gia Gunn, aka now she's trans and she is embracing her she-ness, I guess you can call it. So she, of course, watches the seasons as any Drag Race alum would.
Season 6.
She tweeted season 6. There you go. So she tweeted, "Oh, it's really good to see some drag representation finally on Drag Race and on TV. This is amazing. I love it." Just, giving the queen her flowers. So then got Mick replied, and she was like, "Oh, I love my fake season," pretty much saying like, "Girl, I was on Drag Race too, and I'm trans. Like, I was on the season. Hello." So then she replied and was like, "For clarification, I meant female trans instead of like male trans, like woman trans." So then Kylie Sonique replied with a gif of her like in All Stars 5, like waving her hand, pretty much saying like, "Girl, hello, I was on it. Clearly you're not watching the show."
Right.
And then she almost was insinuating as if like she was a trailblazer for the trans queen getting on Drag Race or whatever, and recognition and things of that nature. So then Kerri Colby had mentioned, so she tweeted like, "Oh, I won the mini challenge and Cornbread won the Maxi challenge. Like, yes, go trans women, we love it here." And then Cornbread replied like, "Yes, thanks to our Lord and Savior Gia for letting us be on Drag Race." I was crying. Yes. So yeah, everybody's dragging her because Gia doesn't know how to read a room. Like, she was always not there.
Oh no, she knows how to read a room, just not in the right way.
No, she reads the room that's in her world. Like, she reads her own door. Like, she opens the door to her own room and like, "Oh, this is happening." So yeah, people are kind of coming at her and just kind of making it seem like, "Girl, you were not the first and you are not the reason, but thank you for everything." Right. So
yeah, but Carmen also had a though, and she said there's a trans girl on Drag Race because
repeat that again, because you were cutting off a little bit, Chad.
Okay, all right. Carmen Carrera, who was also on Drag Race and is now
the queen,
trans woman, also tweeted there's a trans girl on Drag Race because we all for a trans girl on Drag Race. Some of us were fighting when it wasn't even cool yet, but that's not the point. 100%. And okay, am I misinterpreting this whole thing, or are they just basically trying to throw shade at Kerri? Like,
well, I think that
you're misreading the room.
I think that Carmen is reading the wrong room, because she's saying, you know, like, us trans girls from the beginning, like, first of all, let's be real.
I think Carmen, she's trying to do more of a neutral, like trying to play like mediator.
No, I don't think so, because first of all, Carmen, when you first came on Drag Race, you were not trans. Let's give it at that. You know, like, you represented yourself as not a heterosexual child, but a homosexual man. When she did come back on Drag Race, she, you know, had realized that that's not the life that she wanted to live, and she realized that she always wanted to be a woman. She always felt like being a woman, and rightfully so. She transitioned, which is completely okay. And even when she came back, it was still kind of early in the days. You know, it was still something like, oh shit, like Carmen is back. And I remember she was giving us body yada 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 yada. Like, I was loving it. I think that her saying like, you know, we were doing it before it was cool, I think it's kind of a dig at the new trans girls that come on Drag Race, because I think that, you know, when you are someone that you fight for the cause and you're like at the beginning of that cause, you are kind of like super emotional, like emotionally attached to that cause. So when you see some girls just rolling into Drag Race, you know, classifying themselves as trans and being celebrated for things that they desperately wanted to be celebrated before back then, I think that there's that bitterness of like, you know, now it's cool to be trans on Drag Race. Before it wasn't. Like, we was out here in the trenches, like living our true lives no matter what, when people used to be talking shit about us, saying that we shouldn't be on this show. So I think we go ahead.
We could be like misinterpreting the word cool, because I think the way I'm interpreting the way she meant cool was like it was accepted.
Yeah.
I feel like at the end of the day, we should, us as queer men, I feel like we can relate, but we can relate also as queer men, because I'm not gonna lie, I know when I was, you know, coming up in my era and accepting who I was at a young age, I had my own issues, and then when I got to a point where I can now accept who I am, looking now at younger, you know, queer kids doing their own thing at such a young age, it's more of a point of happiness. I'm like, damn, that makes me happy that you're this age.
Yeah, I think that's where it's coming from. I think, I think Gia was the one being shady, but I think Carmen was genuinely saying like, yes, I'm happy to see this because I was in part I played a part in helping trans women and men be seen on this show and understand the broader spectrum of what drag is, type of thing. So I think that's what she's saying. Like, y'all need to understand, like, this is so awesome because back in the day, you would have never thought that this would happen, because if you were out here coming out as trans, you were looked at as an oddball. You weren't looked at as someone who can do drag, as a professional in the drag world. So to be seeing this in real life time, you need to understand, like, this is amazing. This is a great thing. And I think she's happy to see Kerri Colby. I don't think any of them are. I think the thing here is that Gia is doing it out of the fact, like, well, yeah, about time, because
she's messy.
but
She's messy.
all
Yeah,
this
but
stuff, be
she-
trying to be messy,
well,
you know, and be
the
shady.
thing is,
yeah, but shame on her for that though.
Gia and Carmen are also from that era when the tea on the street was that Rue didn't want no trans girls. So they
Right.
also probably have their own personal, like,
their own
beef on
resentment
it.
towards RuPaul. Like, oh,
But
now
it's
it's like a trend almost in the
Mhm.
on the drag race world, where it's like there's no tea, like,
So
trans
do you
girls. How
think?
dare
Do you think the shade was towards Rue?
It could
Oh,
be
for
towards
sure.
Rue,
Oh,
but they
for
have
sure.
to also think on production. I know it sounds fucked up, but it's on a production perspective. If you're putting out a show that's
Yeah.
already as a wild as, you know, men in dresses and now trans women in dresses or trans men in dresses, you know, you can't challenge too much the status quo all at once. And I'm not saying we have to, like, walk on ice for other people's comfortability, but in the sense of, I think at that time they were maybe thinking more business. They're like, yo, we already, you know, pushing the limit in the status quo
Right.
right now, and with time,
Yeah.
we'll
And
get
is
there.
that wrong?
And no, and that's why, to bring it back to this season, I think that's why they ended up doing that talent show, because by the time these girls end up being on their All-Star season, they're probably gonna have to do something new on All-Stars instead of
Yeah.
having them do talent shows there.
Yeah.
So I think they think very big and what's to come and what's coming with ahead. And sometimes the girls are not able to see that. So I hope it wasn't shade, but I could see how it could be interpreted.
Well,
yeah, I didn't get shit. I got happiness is happening, but then also that's like resentment. Like, damn, if these hoes only knew, you know, like that old head thing. So
Right.
definitely that.
Well, I
old
wonder
head mentality.
what the listeners think. Let's see.
well, let us know, guys. Like, do you guys think that and girls and robots, whatever you
He,
are,
she's, they.
do you guys think that was it shade? Was it not shade? Was Gia being nasty? Was Gia being rude? Probably yes. But just let us know. We're gonna post this up soon. It's gonna go up this week. And yeah, we're gonna be here every Monday talking about RuPaul's Drag Race season 14. We're gonna try to get some of the drag queens to come up in here, some of our alumni drag queens to give us some insight what goes on in the workroom, what goes on during those challenges. You know, I was recently talking to this person that they're actually a producer on RuPaul's Drag Race. So I'm trying to see if we can get some like production side of things, like what goes on behind the scenes, you know? So I'm so happy to be with you guys and to, you know, get on this journey. RuPaul's Drag Race season 14 is gonna be lit, and hopefully, you know, we
So
keep this
excited.
going for all of the seasons of RuPaul's Drag Race until we fucking die.
Yeah,
I'm excited. I'm excited to see what this season has to bring.
I love it.
I'm looking forward to it. I love it. The elevation of drag. I'm excited for the next episode, especially because I want to see what they're gonna do and how they're gonna walk in and what
A new queen.
tone they're gonna set. The new queens.
Yes,
I'm only looking
I'm excited for the
forward
new
to George's, but yeah, we'll see what's up.
Well, that has been it. That is all she wrote. I love all of you guys. See you guys next week, Monday, 8 p.m. Stack.
Hugs and
And make
kisses.
sure to keep it tucked.
Bye, guys.
Yes, we need to
Right.
come up with something.
We need to create like a tagline
we
or
need to
something.
come
I
up
mean,
with
I think
something.
Raymond had a good one. That's
No,
the
I like
tea,
that one.
And you decide the shade. That's
No, that-
Yes,
that-
like, we
that's
should
a
go
good
through that. Like we
wrap-up.
have like
that
certain
needs to be
tags.
trademarked now.
That's a good one.
Like we need
It's like, all
hats,
right,
we
thank you
need
guys for
sweaters.
listening. That's the tea, and you decide the shade. Let us know below.
Yes, we could do that. We could end it like that. That's good. I like that. I like that. That's
All right.
cute. Okay, look at us.
And
Branding
Raymond
already.
owns
Look at us.
51% of that company.
52.
If listen, I am RuPaul, chow. Everything is owned by moi.
Oh Lord.
All right, bye guys.
Yeah.
Bye.
Much love.
Bye, girls.
love
Enjoy the
this.
rest of your shift if you're still
Bye,
working.
darling.
Sure.